How long have you been married?
Going on 14 years.
Oh, damn.
You're gonna put it in my mouth.
I'll put it in your mouth.
Oh, this is interesting.
Stand right here in front of me.
Like straight?
Yeah, just stand. No, just stand right here.
Okay.
All of you.
Ever wondered what could happen if suspects attempted to use flirtation as a tactic to avoid legal consequences? Well, the outcomes are funny, stupid, and a cringe fest that is worth your time. In today's video, we're going to know more about the stories of 3 ladies who believe they could flirt their way through the law, and find out if they were successful in doing so. Like Lauren Elizabeth Cisneros, who, after consuming 3 shots of bourbon, found herself arrested for driving under the influence.
How long have you been married?
Going on 14 years.
Oh, damn. It's my parents' 20th.
Just recently?
Today. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Today, yeah.
You guys celebrate, or they celebrate?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jenna Maldonado giving multiple signs to the officer.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna take a deep breath and blow like a balloon. Don't stop blowing until I tell you to.
You're gonna put it in my mouth.
I'll put it in your mouth.
Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Tell me when.
Whenever you're ready. Take a deep breath and blow.
And Miss Sanchez consistently flashed smiles in an attempt to use her charm to influence the officer.
How old are you?
35.
All right, stand right there in front of my vehicle
Of
for me.
course.
Stand over there. Right here. Stand right here in front of
Like
me.
straight?
Yeah, just stand.
This way or
No,
this way?
just stand right here.
Okay.
All of you.
35. Sorry. I just started looking at you and then I looked at that car. I'm sorry.
Good.
Here are the 3 women who tried to flirt with cops when they got caught. Quite an uncomfortable situation for the police officers, I must say. Let's start with Lauren Elizabeth Cisneros, who got caught crashing her car off-road, and the cops noticed it. It all began eventfully when the officer asked if she was okay. But this is where things got interesting. It's one thing to be crashing off roads like that, but Miss Lauren didn't even have a driving license. Talk about guts. The officers in charge inquired about her late-night driving, to which her response was confusing. Maybe it was a side effect of the alcohol she consumed. The law of driving under the influence says if you are above 21, then the blood alcohol level should be below 0.08. Lauren was clearly violating this, and the cop understood that she could not drive anymore for her own safety.
So, have you been drinking tonight? No. Nothing at all? Okay, so there's odor of alcohol coming out of the vehicle. Now that I'm talking to you in front of you, I can still smell that odor of alcohol coming out of your breath, okay? Okay. So, when was the last time you drank? It's,
Over 3 hours ago.
3 hours ago? And then how much did you drink?
3 shots.
3 shots of what?
Bourbon.
Bourbon? Okay.
Yeah.
And then how tall were the glasses? So like a shot glass?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, and then you 3 hours ago, so probably about 1 o'clock you drank?
Yeah.
And then where did you consume these alcohol beverages at?
At my house.
Your house? Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you coming from right now then?
I was coming from where my sister was.
And where's that at?
I'd say Rio Rancho.
Okay, cool.
Maybe.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have you perform some field sobriety tests. Make sure you're right to drive, okay? Safe operating motor vehicle, okay?
Now, one step ahead, the officer is about to initiate a sobriety field test, which the suspect under the influence of alcohol struggles to complete. While it may seem unnecessary as her intoxicated state is evident, the officer is conducting it for official records, just to be on the safe side.
All right, so what we're gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna run you through some field sobriety tests, standardized, and make sure you're right to drive, okay? Yeah. So do you have any recent head injuries? Do you wear glasses or contacts? No? So do me a favor, stand right here. So that dots at, and then face me. Perfect. What I want you to do is put your feet together like this.
But this is where things get awkward. As an attempt to seduce the officer, Lauren tried to fix her bra and slightly flipped her hair, which is a common technique used by women to seduce men and get them to check the ladies out. In addition to that, Lauren continuously replied that she was an innocent girl. However, the officer simply wasn't buying any of it. Just focus on her steps. The officer is clearly wasting his time conducting these tests. The lady can't even walk 3 steps in a straight line due to being under the influence.
Step off line.
But Miss Lauren doesn't stop there. She keeps trying to grab the officer's attention using her sexuality. She starts making intense eye contact with the officer along with an intense and non-stop gaze at the officer. She also took the saying "the world is your ramp" a bit too seriously and started placing her hands on her waist and striking poses as if she were in the middle of a top model shoot. The entire conversation only gets funnier as she casually absorbs every word the officer utters, as if conversing with a friend, a classic in How to Date for Dummies. The scenarios are alarmingly common during the late nights, women driving under the influence and then attempting to seduce officers to evade consequences.
So what we're going to do is you're going to go heel to heel, toe to toe, down here again. So with this chance, you got your left and a right foot, right? So I'm going to have you use any foot of your choice, your left or right, doesn't matter to me. So I'm going to have you I'm going to have you balance on one leg and lifting off the ground, okay? So what we're going to do is you're going to lift your foot off the ground approximately 6 inches, which is the size of a Coke can, okay?
Okay.
And you're going to keep it parallel to the ground. You know what that means? Parallel?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's parallel for you? Level of the ground, right? Kind of.
Straight. Yeah.
Perfect.
Here, the officer is patiently explaining things to her. The counting exercise is like a mental check to see if the person can shift from the sobriety test to a thinking task without any issues. It helps the authorities to understand how clear the suspect mind is during the process. And I don't think Lauren is fit for this.
1, 2.
She slightly leaned her body towards the car on the left side, flipping her hair again as a sign that she was completely into the officer. A part of me started questioning if Lauren was so drunk she actually thought this interrogation was a date. She did this while simultaneously using her hand while answering, which is another gesture to let the officer know that this is a very obvious answer. But not until she herself ruins her obvious situation. No point for guessing that she failed the sobriety field test and was arrested for DUI, driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Her response was surprisingly calm, as if she believed, "I can still handle this situation." However, the astute officer understood that there was no escaping the consequences. Get ready to see how she'll push her limits in the police station. And there she goes. You could say she's giving signals to the officer. If not, why would a suspect be so interested in the marital status of a cop? She's acting all flirtatious, taking every instruction playfully, hoping that at least once the officer flirts back. Now the officer is preparing for a breathalyzer test, a critical step in determining the suspect's level of intoxication. If a person refuses to take the test, they could lose their driver's license for at least a year and face a higher level of consequences in court. But Lauren doesn't have to worry about that because, well, she doesn't have a driver's license to begin with. Finally, when she realizes that none of her high school flirting tactics are keeping up in the legal world, Lauren starts getting annoyed. Well, that one is just proof that no amount of high school flirting is going to get you out of legal consequences, or can it? Let's find out in the next case. Meet Miss Sanchez, a 35-year-old from New Mexico who consistently used her charm throughout the interrogation. It all started when this woman caught the attention of the police by violating traffic laws and driving out of her lane. Driving off the lane is a serious offense according to traffic rules and extremely hazardous, as it puts you at grave risk of a head-on collision. However, the officer didn't know that he was not only dealing with a suspect who was violating traffic rules, but also someone who was under the influence.
Hello.
Hi, I'm so sorry.
What's going on?
Nothing. It's just,
Everything okay?
yeah, I'm fine.
My name is Officer Polito, State Police. The reason I pulled you over is because you're failing to maintain your lane.
Yeah, I know.
What's going on with that? What's going on with that?
I was talking on the phone, just
Fighting with somebody?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I see your license, please?
When asked, she excused herself by stating she had been arguing on the phone with her boyfriend, initially appearing frightened. Once she stepped out of the car, she began attempting to seduce the officer with her manner of speaking. I mean, this woman definitely knows what she's doing.
Straight?
Yeah, just stand right here.
Okay.
All of you.
35.
You're 35?
Yes.
Okay, you say you're coming from downtown. You're heading where?
To his house.
To his house? Where?
I really don't know.
Okay, just you're just gonna be on the phone with him?
I've never been there before.
All right, this is the initial sign from every suspect, claiming they don't know in response to any question. But not knowing where you're heading? I mean, come on. You got caught, girl.
Yeah.
So, Miss Sanchez, the reason I pulled you over is because, like I told you, that you're failing to maintain your lane, okay?
I know.
All right.
I know.
I want to make sure you're safe to drive.
Yeah.
All right. When I was talking to you on the driver's side of the vehicle, I could smell an odor of alcohol. Emitting from the vehicle?
We have been drinking.
Same. Right now that we're talking, you still smell that odor of alcohol?
Oh, of course.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're safe to drive or continue driving. Okay. Face me.
Officer clearly knew at this point that she had consumed alcohol, and to confirm his suspicions, he initiated a sobriety field test.
Sorry, it's getting dry.
547 10-4.
Dropping something may seem insignificant, but when the officer dropped her license, Miss Sanchez giggled excessively, as if she found the situation amusing. Furthermore, by repeatedly mentioning her boyfriend, she's clearly implying something more.
All right, Miss Sanchez, we're gonna walk over for me.
Sure. If you really want to know, I don't know where I'm at now, so my boyfriend was telling me like where to go.
Okay, we'll get from right there. See where my light is?
Yeah.
Face right here. Face right there.
Okay.
Right there. Stand right there for me.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So make sure you're safe to drive. Okay, that's all we're doing. All right.
Please don't take me to jail because I'm like all like crossed off because I'm like from a small town and my boyfriend's from a big town. And he's trying to tell me where to go. And...
No, I get it. I just got to make sure you're safe to drive. Okay.
Though Miss Sanchez smiles at him repeatedly, the officer remains content and resolute in his demeanor toward his work. He is well aware of his duty in this situation, and if not, he has to.
All right. Put your right foot in front of your left foot. All right. That's going to be the starting position. Okay. Do you have any questions right now?
No.
No. Okay. Put your right foot in front of your left foot again. All right, Miss Sanchez. If you have no questions, you may begin when you're ready.
Counting numbers during physical activity requires the right mental state, which is entirely impossible for Miss Sanchez to do. And to cover it up, she stated, "Sorry, I just started looking at you." But rest assured, Miss Sanchez, these kind of excuses won't fly with this officer.
You may begin.
Sorry. I just started looking at you and then I looked at that car. I'm sorry.
Good. Go and continue.
Again?
Continue.
I'm so sorry. I just looked at the car.
And clearly failing her test, the officer arrests her for DWI, citing alcohol and drugs, and further explained the procedure.
Hold on. Hold on. Look at my unit.
I'm sorry.
Let me do what I have to do and then I'll talk to you, okay?
I've never been to jail.
Watch out. Watch your hands. I'm going to explain the process to you, okay, Miss Sanchez? All right. Do you have anything in your pockets and stick me, poke me, or hurt me?
It's obvious that she was arrested. Still, she's doing her best to seduce the officer. Look at her. She slightly moved left towards the officer and away from the body cam, just to say the words, "I'm scared." Looks like she wants to stay close to the officer for whatever reason.
I'm like so scared.
Don't be scared.
The rest of the officers were going to tow her car, and one officer packed her things up, taking her to the police station for the breathalyzer test.
No, so he won't be able to bail you out. You have to wait until you see a judge today. It's going to be 3 in the morning. So you have to wait until you see a judge at 8 o'clock in the morning. Once you see a judge, he'll go over your charges and then he'll release you by yourself without a bond. I mean, with a bond. I know, but let's get to the office and I'll explain everything to you.
Just drop me off with him.
No, ma'am, can't do that.
Why?
Because
It's not that I'm not that bad. We were just right there.
Miss Sanchez once again attempted to appease the officer, hoping he might escort her home instead of taking her to the police station. She repeatedly inquires about when she will be released. Well, it's her trick to talk to the officer about something, but she's not realizing that she's repeating her questions.
Fuck. So I literally have to stay almost all night, right?
no, not all night. Okay, it's already gonna be 3. It's already gonna be 3 in the morning. So by the time we finish all my paperwork, you're gonna be with me for at least another 2 hours. So you'll probably be in jail for like maybe 3 hours.
3 hours, and then
Yeah.
you can pick me up.
And then he could pick you up.
Well, we guess Miss Sanchez has to learn a little more about flirting, and our next suspect would be the perfect pick for that. Jenna Maldonado is a 36-year-old woman who keeps placing the officer in an uncomfortable position.
So I have the sorry. I literally feel like I have a.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
And it's bothering me. Thank you.
It's out.
The cops see this case as normal as always, but little did they know they're having their heads over the guillotine. Jenna got caught by swerving the lanes without giving signals. It is required by law in most places, as you are obligated to alert other drivers of your intent to change lanes. But maybe for Jenna, it was the result of one beer she had.
Should I turn off the light?
Sure. Save gas. Gas is $5 a gallon.
That's a Biden.
The way she was talking was completely rude at first, but as soon as she realized that the officer knew she was drunk, she subtly changed the pitch of her voice, making it all feminine and flirty and seductive. What a chameleon.
Okay, so I walk up to the vehicle. There's only you in the car. How much did you drink today?
Earlier.
How much was there?
Like a beer earlier.
Just one beer?
About a beer.
About a beer?
About a beer.
So was it one beer or was it more than one beer?
About a beer.
Okay.
One beer.
Okay. Cool.
Like well, I mean, this was like at 12 o'clock.
Oh, so like almost 11 hours ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Now she's ready for the sobriety test.
Stand right in front of me. Obviously, my job is to make sure everybody's safe out here on the road,
No,
okay?
you're okay.
Just turn and face me. Turn and face me. Put your heel and toes together. Hands on your sides. Any major head injury?
No.
How old are you?
36.
Okay. See my finger? See my fingertip?
Yes.
Follow my fingertip with your eyes only. Don't move your head.
She's unnecessarily complaining to the officer in order to get his attention. Mostly women use it by complaining about something when in reality, they just want to communicate romantically.
5%. Copy. Yeah, don't move your head. 10-6 Fields, 500, 426, 161. Okay, same thing. Here we go. Just follow my fingers. Here, I'll make it easier on you. I'll make a
No, I
make
can
a little
see
dot.
I can see your
I know you can see my
finger.
finger, but actually stare at the case. You see that dot?
Yes.
Okay, just stare at the dot. Okay. Here we go.
Like Miss Sanchez, Jenna is also seducing the officer with the same line, "I'm looking at you," as the reason for hiding how much she is drunk.
Put your left leg on the line. Okay, now place your right foot in front of your left, touch your heel to toe like I'm doing, and stay like that. Hands on your side. Oop.
Well, okay, so.
Line up your feet. Right foot in front of left and stay like that. Nope.
You said left foot.
I said right foot in front of left. Right there. Hands on your sides. Right here. And do not move until I tell you to. Do you understand? Yes or no?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. For that position, when I tell you to begin, and only when I tell you to begin, you'll take a series of 9 heel-toe steps down that imaginary line. Look, just like this. Watch me. Don't start yet. Just like this.
9.
1, 2, 3. I took 3. You will take 9. Once you take 9 steps, you'll make a turn. Watch how I turn. Keep your front foot planted with your back foot. Get back in that position.
Right.
Sure. Okay. Get back in the position. Right foot in front of left. Okay. After you take 9 steps and turn, you'll take 9 more. Step down that same line, just like this. 1, 2, 3. Back down to number 9. Ma'am, during this test, keep your hands directly at your sides. Look down at your feet while you count, and count out loud so I can hear you. Hold.
Okay.
Also, once you start this test, don't stop until you've completed it, and don't forget to touch heel to toe. Any questions?
No.
Do you feel I understand?
Yes.
Okay.
The officer explained everything to her. Let's see how she's gonna do.
Get to touch heel to toe, okay? Next up will be step number 1. Up, get back in the business. This right here is called the starting position. Okay, next up will be step number 1. Go ahead and begin, ma'am. fine. Okay, stand right down my light and turn to face me. Put your heel and toes together. Hands on your sides. My hands are at my sides. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to raise my left leg. Don't start yet. My left leg's fully extended, my toes pointed. Both feet are straight. My hands are at my sides. Once your foot is raised, you'll count like this: 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, and you will keep on counting until I tell you to stop counting. Okay, let's stop real quick. Let's stop. Okay, remember I said, look down at the foot, hands on your sides, and count out loud so I can hear you. Ready?
Oh, you said count out
Yes.
loud. Okay. So
Ready? And go begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25, 26.
Oh, okay, go on, stop. Come over with me. Miss Maldonado, stand right here and face my camera. Put both hands behind your back. Keep them there.
And here she was arrested for DWI. But what happened in the aftermath that the officer declared this woman as the weirdest? This case will be the answer to how the suspect crossed her limits when trying to flirt with cops.
Miss Maldonado, right now you are being placed under arrest for DWI, okay? Listen to me, Miss Maldonado, I'm about to tell you something very important. You are under arrest for driving while under the influence of intoxicating liquor and or drugs. The Domestic Implied Consent Act requires you to submit to a breath test to determine the alcohol content of your blood. After you take our test, you will have the right to choose an additional independent test. So it'll be paid for by the Mexico State Police. Do you agree to take our test, at which time I'm asking for a breath test?
Okay, the reason for her laughing, she takes this procedure to convey double meaning, which means giving hints to the other officer that they could settle things out without going to the legal side. But here you can see the officer is avoiding all her signals and sticking to his further work.
Okay, now, remember, now would not be the time to make a run for it. It's just fences around here. Barbed wire.
Not now, huh?
Big dogs.
Who's gonna come for me? You?
Yeah, I'll catch you easily, in a heartbeat. I'm just saying. I mean, I know that you're an athlete and all, but I once was too. Here, right here. Let me get you a chair. Have a seat. So what kind of athlete were you?
The officer seems quite comfortable here, let me tell you. This is how every cop tries to reassure the suspect so they won't feel scared and can answer all questions easily. But perhaps Jenna interpreted this as a sign that she still had a chance with the officer. She could still use her charm to escape from here. But the way she took the situation is completely on the next level. Interestingly, the subtle hints of interaction seem to intensify between the two as they continue their conversation.
Miss Maldonado, do you agree to take our test, at which I'm asking you for a breath test?
So happy. Sorry. I literally feel like I have a...
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
And it's bothering me. Thank you.
It's out.
So I have the option to ask a doctor of my choice to test me.
After you take our test, it's the secondary independent test. But you must submit to my test first.
Oh, and if I don't, then what happens?
Then, okay, so then if you don't, I got to read you.
Then I'm an aggravated.
Aggravated automatically. But if you, hypothetically, let's say you said no, I would tell you this. I cannot force you to take our test, but if you refuse, you will lose your New Mexico driver's license or non-resident operator privilege for 1 year. If you are convicted in court for driving while under the influence, you may also receive a greater sentence if you have refused to be tested. Do you understand?
Okay.
So, here in about...
Well, I had a firefighter boyfriend who liked to beat people, so I just ended up fighting back.
So you beat him? Good.
No, I didn't beat him. I ended up going to jail because he had blood on his chin.
Because he had blood on his chin?
Yeah, but mind you, I'm 5'4". He was 6'5". I'm not really sure what damage I would do.
Holy smokes. That's a huge difference.
He sure is. A big dude.
Is he still a fireman?
Mm-hmm.
Still?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Got married and everything. He has a whole new life.
Whole new life, whole new wife, huh?
I mean, years later, but just wonders what somebody sticking with you will do, right?
Until this point, Jenna and the officer remained within acceptable boundaries. However, the situation took a significant turn when it was time to collect Jenna's breathalyzer test. You're going to question what is happening here.
Your mom.
My mom is an idiot. She really is. So am I. But my mom, for saying that, she just has no sense.
Okay. Right now the machine says please blow until the tone stops. Let me know if you want to give me 2 breath samples.
Where should I blow?
What's that?
Where should I blow?
Well, if you want to, just tell. Okay, so right here's a brand new silk mouthpiece. No one's ever used it. Okay. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take a deep breath and blow like a balloon. Don't stop blowing until I tell you to.
You're gonna put it in my mouth.
I'll put it in your mouth.
Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Tell me when.
Whenever you're ready. Take a deep breath and blow. Like a balloon. Harder. Harder. Okay, there you go. Okay, blow constantly like a balloon. Like blow up a balloon. You know how big a balloon is.
Well,
Take a deep
I
breath.
have an idea in my mind, and it seems weird. Sorry.
Okay, don't let it be weird.
So what now?
Take a deep breath and blow hard like a balloon. Harder, 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 harder. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't change your flow. Up, you change your flow. Take a deep breath from your lungs and blow hard. Blow. Nope. Harder, harder. Keep going. Don't stop. A little harder. Thank you.
I tried.
There's your first sample.
What does that mean?
0.15.
And that means
You're almost to the aggravated level. You're almost twice the legal limit.
twice the legal limit.
Almost. Take a deep breath and blow.
You're wrong.
Harder, harder. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Up, up. You change your flow. Okay, so, yeah, you did because the machine actually knows. So, deep breath like.
That's fine. I'm trying.
I know you don't.
Doing what you asked.
Hard breath, hard, harder. Keep that tone going. Harder. Nope, nope. Keep going. More. Nope. You keep stopping. Come on, Jenna. You got this. Take a deep breath and blow.
Oh no, it's not that. It's funny. It's what you're saying.
What am I gonna say?
Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, take a deep breath and blow. One big breath.
Jenna's giggles and obvious signs of liking the officer show that she's struggling to restrain herself. She becomes more direct, making suggestive comments about the breath test. However, the officer remains composed and unresponsive to her advances. He even cleverly avoids a nearly straightforward invitation for a date.
Yes. What's that?
Yeah, we may have one on a date tomorrow.
A date tomorrow? Well, you're gonna be in jail, girl.
May have. Well, if you would have just taken me home.
I'd have got fired.
No, you can't tell.
Okay, I can't be taking you home.
Jenna, you should know that it's a violation of the rules for the on-duty officer to be attracted to or take signals from the suspect. And as expected, Jenna's hopes were dashed and she had spent her night in jail. Given the fact that this officer is widely recognized as a seasoned pro among police officers, any potential seduction techniques were unlikely to work on him.
Take a left and take another left. Take her to the actual ladies. Okay, that one's jacked up, so we're gonna go to this one here.
Well, those were all the cases we had in store for you today. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for more weird cases just like this.